What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate reverse rants, no hate. Now let's get into it, right? The video I want to make right now is about Michael Perry, MMA fighter, 155 pounds. He had an altercation outside of the MMA cage. Okay, he's at a restaurant, bar, whatever it was. And when I first got wind of the story, it was basically Michael Perry makes racist rants. In this video, I can go so many different ways with what I want to say. I'm going to try to get it all out as quick as possible because one thing that I don't like to do is report something that I'm not sure of. So I will tell you in the video, I'm not sure if this is correct, but blah, blah, blah. But I saw the video clip myself, and my opinion is not what everybody else's opinion is. It's like I feel this way and I feel that way. Mostly what I was seeing was he was completely 110% wrong. Then I was seeing that he was 110% right. But then with explanation, okay, it makes it easier to understand. Like basically, whatever happened, he was telling they were telling him to leave. He's like, I'm not leaving, and you know, there was a girl there that was telling him, I don't know if it was his girlfriend or who I think, but I think it was, there's a female that was there. It says on the clip that I saw, it says his girlfriend. But it's telling him to just leave, just leave, just leave. Come on. And he's like, no, I'm not leaving because they're going to call the cops. Then they're going to make it like I ran off. I'm sitting right here. I'm not going anywhere. And basically, and the reason I say I don't know if it was his girlfriend, because your girlfriend would pretty much like try to restrain you, like, you know what I'm saying? Not just kind of push you or kind of like stand in front of you, like, you know, just leave, just leave. But anyway, I don't know. So anyway, that's not important. But that the point is he didn't leave. Now his reason for not leaving was like he said because they're gonna call the cops, and I'm not gonna run, make it look like I'm running away. So I'm gonna stay right here. Now there were white guys involved. And he's like, back up, nigga. Back the fuck up, nigga. Back up, nigga. I, saw comments where people were saying, well, that's just the way he talked, man. Or he has black in him and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, hold up. Now, when he said this to Michael J. White, called him a bitch ass nigga, I did hear a couple people make mentions of it as like, he made a racial slur towards Michael J. White. But it was really mild. It wasn't a big deal. Um, and I didn't see, not that there weren't, because maybe there were more where somebody did label it, but I didn't see a bunch of videos labeled as him being a racist or him making racist comments, right? Like speaking against him. It was more like just reporting what happened, what was said, okay? And people were saying, well, I know Mike Perry, he's not a racist and stuff like that. What was weird to me is, right? Because think about it. He's calling an old white guy, not like you black, no, like you're a nigger. It's like, back up, nigga, back up, nigga. Now, it's still a racial slur, right? But here's what I'm saying, that what was weird about it to me is, it was put up as he makes racial slurs, right? And I'm reading under the comments. Now, I'm just saying, when it was towards Michael J. White, people were saying that, he's not racist, or I don't think he's racist. I don't think he meant it that way. Okay. And people who didn't know him were saying the same things. Now, I'm saying, first off, I watched the video, the Vlad interview with Michael J. White, and he didn't say anything to disrespect Kimbo Slice. He was explaining to Vlad that Kimbo just wasn't getting the gist of what he was trying to teach him. And like some people, when they're used to fighting one way, they can't. It's like they just don't have it in them to like forget that part of what I know and let me learn this or add this on to what I know. That's all he was saying. He wasn't like rating him as a fighter and trying to belittle him. He wasn't, And like Michael Perry went off about that, and I said in the video like Kimbo Slice has a son. He didn't sweat it. He's not saying anything about Michael Jai White. You know, why is Mike Perry going all crazy about it? But anyway, but now he says, "Back up, nigga," to this white guy, and they're putting it that he made racial comments and using the N word. And I'm reading in the comments that now all of a sudden people are saying he's disgusting, he's despicable, he should be banned from any MMA. Like, and I'm saying, now I'm just saying, why wasn't they saying the same thing when he said it to Michael Jai White? Now, another thing I said, well, you know what? If people are now starting to finally realize that this word is people is more than just, well, that's how we talk. No, there's, you know, when to turn something on and off. It's like if you went for a job interview, for example. You're not going to sit there and go, yo, you motherfuckers hiring? You understand what I'm saying? You know how to, certain things just you don't do at certain times. Okay, and it's not to put on an act, but it's like just be decent, respectful, mindful that, hey, just like if little kids are around. Some people don't care. They have kids around and they motherfuckers suck my. You understand what I'm saying? And like others know, like, hey man, we got kids in the room. You know, I've had to tell people, hey man, watch your mouth, man. I got kids here. Oh, my bad, my bad. But if this word is finally being recognized as a toxic word, okay, that, you know what, people need to just stop saying this word, period. Because there was a time when, okay, which is kind of what I'm getting at, when people been saying that word. I've heard people of color many times get mad because something's happening where maybe somebody's doing some racist shit towards them, trying to get them locked up, and they like, nigga, listen, and they're talking to somebody white, and they'll go, nigger, I'm not black. You see what I'm saying? So now the fact that he's saying it to a white guy, okay, and now they're still referring to it as a racial slur to a guy, okay, then maybe we're starting to wake up and understand this word. Because like I said, man, that still doesn't, I'm still, like I said, my white partners can't, they know that. If I ever overheard them nigger, we'd have an issue. And this has nothing to do with, oh, they was raised using that word. My thing is, why would you want to say that word? Again, I don't walk up to my Latino partners and go, yo, what up, spick? What up, my spick? I don't walk up to Italian brothers I know that I'm cool with. Hey, what up, my guinea? You understand what I'm saying? I don't walk up to Asian people. Hey, what up, my chink? So why would you want to use a racial slur? And they're saying that, oh, he's not using it that way. That's just the lingo that he. Listen, we were all raised around certain situations. Well, like I said, there's certain things you can curb if you want. Okay, if you want to. If you want to. Don't make it like we're stuck on stupid. Like, oh, this is just the only way that people know how to carry themselves and talk. No, what I'm saying as far as him, but the point I'm getting at as far as him saying, back up, nigga. He's saying it like it's part of his lingo, and he's saying it to someone that's white. He's not even saying it to like to a black person, which is, like I said, I've heard many times when people make that comment, nigga, you're calling me a nigger, you're the one black. You know what I'm saying? My skin is white. So now, if people are going to understand that, well, if you can get offended because a guy is calling a white man nigger, if that's offensive, how the hell do you think we feel? Okay, when white people call us nigger, or anybody that's not black call us nigger. You understand what I'm saying? So I know there's black people that say, oh, I don't care if my white friends say that word because I know they're not saying Nigger, they're saying Nigga. Like, I give a fuck about that. Like, but anyway, the whole point of what I'm saying is I'm hoping in that sense that people understand there's certain things that we need to leave out of our vocabulary, though. I'm wondering, though, if they're going to hate him as much as they do Floyd, because they certainly don't hate Conor McGregor. And Conor McGregor, Floyd's a person that basically was just outspoken, stood up for himself, and wouldn't take shit from people. And then people hear things about, which is why I don't report anything about somebody's personal life. Like this situation, I'm saying, I'll get to in a second, but we don't know if Floyd did these things like to the baby's mom and all that. I don't get into that type of stuff. And the situation surrounding Adrian Broner with his personal life and stuff. Now anything a camera picks up, people are going to talk about it. Like I seen a situation where a guy wanted an autograph or a picture with Floyd or something, and Floyd didn't do it, and the guy was following Floyd with his camera talking shit. He was trying to get Floyd pissed so Floyd could do something. Like he said, "You hit me, I'm gonna sue you." That's what he was. And the dude was like, man, his bodyguard's like, man, just go ahead, let it go. You keep walking, just let it go. The dude was like a little bitch, man. He's walking around. Don't get me wrong. See, people going to say, oh man, this guy probably buy those expensive pay-per-views. He's a Floyd fan and he can't take a second to take a picture. Hey, sometimes people don't want to be bothered. And see, for me, that's not an issue because I'm not a fan of anybody's. If Floyd was walking right down the street and I saw him on everything I love, I would not go to the window. Floyd, yeah. Oh, that's Floyd. Yep, sure is. He's just another person. That's how I see. I don't put people on pedestals, man. Everybody's equal to me. I don't see anybody like I'm better than you because of this and that, or he's better than me because he did that. She's better than her because of. I don't care how much money you have, how many houses you have. I don't care how many championships you've won. I don't care how many awards. I don't care about none of that. People are people. I appreciate the entertainment. I appreciate you, be giving us something that we can enjoy to observe and grow to love or whatever. But that's me. So I'm not starstruck and I'm not, oh, I want to take a picture, I want to autograph. No. No, I would never name my kids after another man, after another woman. If I'm going to name my kids after any man, it'll be me. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, that's just me. Not going to name my daughter after some famous singer or actress. So that's just me, man. But I wonder if they're going to hate him now and make him out to be like, because the way they treated Floyd was like, he was the worst person in the world. I'm like, what did Floyd do this? Oh, his wife, his child's mother. First of all, you got nothing to do with that situation, and you don't even know if it's true. And we know that the tabloids can put anything up and make you look guilty. Anything. And if you've ever been lied on and you know that you're telling the truth, but everything else make you guilty because they want to make you guilty, then you have that cringe feeling when you hear stories like that, because it's like, no, I stay away from that. Now, let me tell you what I saw, in my opinion, on what Mike Perry did. Personally, Mike Perry told the guy, don't touch me or I'm going to knock you the fuck out. And the guy, instead of him keeping his hands to himself, if you want to call the cops, then just go call the cops. Let the cops come and make him leave or whatever. But why are you physically trying to restrain him? And the guy walks over like he tried to grab Mike Perry. Mike Perry, boop, and knocked him out. Now people are saying, I don't care how much a person provokes you, you're a professional fighter, you should not hit anyone. I beg to differ. If you can walk away from a situation, it's better to avoid it. There's situations where I had a guy cursing at me in front of my kids, and only because my kids was there is why I did not break my foot off in his ass. I had no fear of the guy at all. And I told him, I don't care nothing about this tough talk you doing. I'm on your property. I'm here. See, I'm not gonna go up there and grab you, beat the snot out you, stomp your teeth out, have the cops arrest me. I said, but I tell you what, you come down off your property and try that, you're gonna see something completely different. Now he didn't come off the property. Now if I'd have lost my cool and went up there and decided that, I'd have been arrested, and I know I would have. Now I'm going to jail and my kids are sitting in the car and I'm going to jail. You understand what I'm saying? I wasn't going to put my kids in that situation, and it wasn't a pride thing. If I would have beat his ass, it wasn't to prove I could beat him in a fight. It's because of his disrespect, and you're making threats to me, and it's like, bro, you're not going to do shit to me. Like I told him, I'm not worried about you doing anything. And it was one of those situations. Okay, same thing, similar thing rather. He should not have put his hands on Mike Perry. Mike Perry told him, you put your hands on me, I'm going to knock you the fuck out. And that's what he did. So the old man, instead of just backing off, if you're going to call the cops, just go call them. Because his worry was, he knows he gets himself in a lot of shit. He got a big ass mouth, Mike Perry. He knows he gets himself in a lot of shit. So He's saying I'm not gonna go and leave, and then you guys call the cops and make it like I ran away and this, that, and the third. And I really couldn't tell what they were saying. If they were saying we're not gonna call the cops, we just want you to leave. I couldn't hear them. I could hear him though. He was loud. But yeah, they said racial slur. But to me, if you look at the video, for me, I feel like the bigger part of it, more than anything, was the altercation itself, the physical part. Because the guy put his hands on Mike Perry first. MMA fighter or not, it's easy to say you can just walk away. It's one thing when you when you when it's just words. I'm not worried about your words. I'm not worried about anything. But once you get to that point, you get that bold and disrespectful that you feel like you're going to violate my space and touch me. Now, you have a problem you don't want. And this guy, Charlie Zillinoff, or however you say it, that weirdo that's always walking around challenging people and then running after he get his ass beat and telling people he's 300 something and old and fights and all of this. I saw him, I can't remember the guy name that went looking for him. He was chasing him across the street. He ran up into like an ice cream shop or something. The guy chased him up in there, and some older guy comes and he's like telling him to go out. And Charlie Zillinoff, however you say his name, whatever his fucking name is, he jumps behind the counter. And the old guy is telling the black guy, "You wanna fight me." And then he's going out the door. He pushes him in the back, like pushes him. And I'm like, wow. And the black guy goes like, "I'm not even worried about him. He's nobody. I'm not worried about that guy." But if he would have turned around and punched him in his face, it's like, bro, he's not even in your store anymore. And you walk behind him and shove him in the back. You understand what I'm saying? So if he would have turned around and cracked this guy, I wouldn't have felt like he was wrong. And then for people to say, but he's an old man, okay. So you need to understand that I'm an old man. I can't do what I used to. Now, I think it's some coward shit for you to just take advantage of an old guy. Somebody that you know can't defend themselves. They have a bigger mouth than they do ability. And you just want to be a piece of shit. But no, there are people who put themselves in those situations. Don't put your hands on people. Keep out of people's face. I will not violate another person's space, and you're not going to violate mine. It's as simple as that. So I don't think that he was wrong for dropping that guy. That's just me personally. Because, like I said, the guy put his hands on him. And you got to learn, don't put your hands on people. I'd be a hypocrite to sit here and say, oh, he shouldn't have did that. No, because it's easier to say something when it's not you. But like I said, I respect you enough to not put my hands on you. You're going to do the same. You're not going to come get up in my face. We're going to have a problem. So anyway, yeah, my take on that, man, is they made more of a bigger deal out of the title of saying he used racial slurs and yada yada. I don't think anybody who clicked on to watch that video clicked on so much thinking about the fight. It's more so what he was saying. But at the end of the day, like I said, even with that word, people need to understand there are a lot of people that's just, yeah, they used to saying it, it's in their lingo, but there's times they don't use it. There's times they don't use it. I've yet to see somebody stand up in court. Okay? Well, Your Honor, look, nigga, that nigga, that. No. I've seen situations where people was telling off the judge and getting smart with them, stuff like that, and they get fined and get arrested and taken out the courtroom. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying, like, no, we look, people, we're grown. We know when to turn it off, turn it on. We know that. But basically, looking at what happened, I don't think he was wrong. I think the guy was wrong for putting his hands on him. And that's one thing that people need to learn. And that was the situation with me. This guy was big, fat, out of shape, and was limping. And it's like, bro, look, all this tough talk you doing, I'm not concerned about. Just make sure you stay over there. Because you come over here, I'm going to beat your ass. And then plain and simple, you're not going to come over here and disrespect me. You're already mouthing off. Motherfucker, motherfucker, isn't it? You know, and basically just, okay, whatever. And I went on about my way. And like I said, he did all that, blowing all that smoke out his ass from his property. Cool. But the second I cross that line and step on his property and go put my hands on him, I'm going to jail. You know, like, come on. And my kids are in the car. So when I look at that situation, yeah, I don't think he was wrong. So anyway, that's all I'm going to say on this video. Catch y'all on the next one.